Welcome guys, it's Mike and I am back again. Today I have a project and I want you to join me. This is going to be epic guys. So these are my winter wheels. They're due to come off in a couple of months, but before they do, I want to hyperdip them. I found a great colour a couple of weeks ago, just released by dipyoutlet.ca, and it's Brass Monkey. So it's a bit like a bronze, a bit of a dark bronze. Should look epic on the wheels. I've gone ahead and taken the wheels off the car. Work smarter, not harder. I've prepped the wheels. I've used the Hyperdip pre-dip spray. I've cleaned the other side of the wheels because they're off the car. They're up high, why not? As you can see, the wheels are going to be quite intricate, so I've got to pay attention to all of these slots, but they've been cleaned within an inch of their life. I am now going to use the dip release around the tires, and then go in again with the pre-dip spray on the edge of the rim, just in case any of this bad boy caught the edge of the rim. I just want to shout out two people. Firstly, Jason from dipyoutlet.ca, fantastic human. He is just a great guy. If you need any Hyperdip products, dipyoutlet.ca is your go-to. Ask for Jason, tell him Mike sent you. Also, Maple Ridge Hyundai's Joel, great human. If you have a Hyundai and you need a service or you need any information, Maple Ridge Hyundai. So let's get in with this dip release and see exactly how this stuff works. The biggest thing about this guys at this stage is use the pre-dip spray as the last prep on the rim, on the edge, so that you clear any of the dip release before you start spraying. My paranoia has had me over for the last 5 minutes going around each rim, around the lip of the rim, just making sure it's clean. Anyway, onwards guys. I'm gabbing. We want to do light coats. The first of 2 light coats. Do a test spray. Nice. Okay, here we go guys. Final shake. And we're going to just go lightly over, around about 6 inches from the wheel. Just dusting lightly, making sure to cover all of the spokes. Oh, that's going on nicely guys. I do have 4 cans, and the instruction is to use all of the product that you have. So that's reckoning to be about 4 coats per wheel. That is where I'm going to leave that guys, and I'm going to bring you in to show you just how light that is. So take a look at that guys, it's extremely light. So I'm going for a close-up for you. This is the first coat, your foundation coat, your dusting. This is what's going to provide the hook, or you know, the foundation then for the rest of your coats. This has to be really good guys. It has to be light and it has to dry properly. Everything is going to hinge on this. As you can see, it's already starting. You can see the dusting there compared to the other wheel, right? I'm going to go on to. So there you go guys, light dusting. Onwards and upwards. Okay guys, here we are back again for coat number 2. Doesn't matter if it looks patchy guys, remember this is literally just the foundation coat. So as long as this adheres well, has the right drying times in between coats, every heavy coat after this will be really well received. It's time for our first wet coat, and as you can see, the wheels are starting to take form already. The colour's starting to come through on those 2 foundation coats, the 2 light dusting coats, with half an hour between them for drying. Remember, just treat it as an aerosol, and I think four coats for the whole process should do it. So let's see how this first wet coat goes. And as I said, I'm not going to go too mad, but I'm going to go heavier than I was going. So let's have a look. I don't want to miss anything out and have the wheels all done, the paint all finished, and I've got light spots. So I'm just going around methodically in a clockwise fashion and see what we get. So I'm going to bring you in and show you what I've got so far with that, and carry on with the others. So as you can see, guys, not too bad. A little bit uneven here, but you know, I've got another like 3 or 4 coats to go to even that out. You can see it's slightly run. Let me see if I can catch it for you. Oh yeah, at the top here, got a slight run here. I'm not too fussed about that, guys. As I said, this is the first wet coat, and plenty of time to blend that in with the wetting process. Yeah, leave that for half an hour, come back and apply another one. So this is coat number 2 of the heavier coats, the wetter coats. I'm still going in lightly, guys. I'm still on the first can, and I've got 3 more cans to go. It's not running now, it's even, it's nice. I don't want to spoil it. I want to carry on going light and evenly bring the color out. The temptation is to go heavy or a little bit heavier. Then you're going to start getting runs, start getting drips, and it's going to be harder to get them out in these like later coats, even though, you know, we've still got a lot of coats to go. I think it's going to be more than the 4 or 5 coats when I go across the wheels, with 3 cans left to go, and I've still got maybe 1/4 of a can here left. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do this, I'm going to bring you in so you can see, you know, just what I mean by a light coat, even though, you know, we are past the foundation coats. Okay, so I'm going to just attempt to just hold the camera here, guys. I've shaken the can. I'm just going to give it a nice light dusting. See how far away from it I am? It really doesn't need to be heavy. I was having more than enough product to keep going like this. More than enough product to carry on building it slowly without it dripping, running and causing problems later. That is that. And I am tempted to go on more, but no need, because I've got 3 more cans, and as you can see, it's evenly coating nicely. No drips, no runs, nothing. Time for wet coat number 3, guys. Here we go. And can 2. I'm going to bring you in, guys, and show you how it's wetting but still light. So guys, you can see it's still wetting there, not touching it. Still like it's shiny, but still light coats, guys. You saw how I was applying that, right? Still light coats, but it's starting to wet through now. This is going to be a longer process than you know, normal. Building it up is key. Firstly, the prep, then the building up of the coats is absolutely key. And I think I'm feeling really confident about this, guys. I think this project is going to come out really well, but you've got to be patient. This is can number 2. I'm about to do coat number 4 of wet coat. This is can 2 of 4 cans. It's so tempting to do more. It looks light and you think, oh, I'll just do another spray, but walk away. Walk away, leave it light. Light is better. Okay guys, I'm gonna do the rest and the next time you see me, it will be wet coat number 5, and I'll just count them in for you. The results are going to be well worth it. See you for coat number 6. So I'm going to go a little heavier, and I'm starting to decrease my time periods of drying. So I mean, I've been in the garage since very early this morning, had the space heater going, it's nice and warm in here. So instead of waiting for half an hour, I'm waiting 20 minutes, going in a bit heavier, and let's see what we get. The color's changing beautifully, guys, as you can probably see from there. I'll bring you in close for a close-up after the third can is finished on wheel 4, but yeah, a little bit heavier. Check this out. We don't want to rush. We don't want to rush, but we do need to get on because the job needs to get finished, right? Okay, here we go. And that can is done. Can 3, here we come. So 3 passes on each spoke now, and each part I'm spraying, and 20 minutes in between coats. See you for coat 7. So guys, I just wanted to bring you on coat 6 now that I've decided to go a little deeper with the 3 strokes and 20 minutes in between. So I haven't waited the 20 minutes yet. I'll still do that, but just showing you as I've finished the spraying. As you can see, the color is really coming through now. Can't wait to see these in daylight and up against the red paint of the vehicle, of the car. But nice and even. Any runs that I did have were only slight, and you know, the layers are wetting them out, so it's really coming on nicely. And wheel 4 here, this is the one I literally just finished, so you can probably still see some wet areas there, but still no runs and all is well. Quick shot of the 4. Yeah, really nice. The color is coming on, guys. So join me for coat 7, and shorter times with more passes on the coat. Okay, so as you can see, that heavier coat is being accepted by the wheel very well. The surface is really liking the heavier coat now. I think, you know guys, you just got to go very easy in the beginning. I think rather than 2 light coats, well, do 2 light coats, but use the first 2 cans as your light coat cans. This has definitely benefited from the lighter coats initially, and now it's benefiting from the heavier coats. Coat 8, and we will be starting can number 4 because this may not even finish the first wheel. Here we go again. That is done. We are now on can number 4, the final one. We're in the home straight, guys. Here we go. Bring you in for a close-up. So, can 4. Coat number 8, I think. I've lost count. 7 or 8. We're going to finish this can, finish the product, let it dry properly, then do the cleanup. Here it is, the final coat, coat number 9. Okay guys, let's have a look at this. So there it is, that is the final coat on wheel number 1. It's nice and even, and the color is amazing. Obviously this is behind my studio lights here. In the natural daylight that is going to look different, but equally as amazing, I think. I'm actually thinking of letting these dry overnight, letting them cure completely. I just feel that overnight would be a lot better. I can afford to leave them overnight, so I may as well just do that. Well, that's it. All done. It came out really well, guys. The job came out really well. I'm gonna let them sit overnight because I want them to have the benefit of, you know, curing, going off properly. I could fit them later on today, but I don't want to. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So they'll have overnight to cure, harden properly, and then we'll fit tomorrow, get a shot outside and have some final thoughts. So let's have a look, guys, and I'll show you that run as well. All right, come with me. All right, well, if you didn't see it, there it is. So it started as a run here, and then I did a bit of wetting and it had a second run, and heavily wetting brought it right out, smoothed out the product really well. Then I had one here, and you can see where it was heavy and it still has a very tiny bit there and a little bump there. But all in all, wetting works, guys. I mean, these were actually drips on the surface. You can see there actually where it was a drip that turned into a bigger drip. But yeah, wetting works, guys. I mean, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. So that's all four done in Brass Monkey for Stella up on axle stands. So guys, that's it, and join me for tomorrow when we fit and go in for final thoughts. We are back, guys, back for the finale. Now I'm going to be taking the overspray off of the tires, and I'm going to be prepping the tires to be remounted to the car, take it outside for some daylight shots and some final thoughts. But I just want to start taking the overspray off for you guys to see, because I think from what I've seen on camera, this is quite the ASMR. So let's try and see how I do by removing this overspray. I have a little start up here, and okay, that is coming off just as I had hoped. I'm gonna try and get all of it out of the channel there between the tire and the rim. That is coming off nicely. This reminds me of when I was at school. Guys, do you remember at school when, back in the day, I'm gonna date myself now, there was a glue, it was a paper glue, we called it Copydex, and you could paint your hand with it and let it dry, and you'd peel it off and it would be like, your skin's peeling, your skin's peeling. We used to frighten the girls and the teachers with it. This is what this is giving me the same vibe of. And yes, I just dated myself. It is what it is. That is coming off beautifully, and I'm loving the way it's separating right in the crevice, right in the channel there, away from the rim, so it's not leaving any of the color of the dip on the tire at all, and only on the wheel itself. So I've got a little bit of cleanup to do on that, guys, but I'll bring you in for a close-up and you can have a look at that. It's come away from the rim really well. You can see the tyre's clean there and the rim is intact. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to do the rest of the wheels and we'll come back. Next time you see these wheels, they'll be cleaned and fitted onto Stella. Alright guys, see you in a sec. So guys, as you can see in the background behind me, the final example of the Hyperdip in Brass Monkey. It came out really well, but don't take my word for it. Come round and have a look. So there you have it guys, beautiful Hyperdip Brass Monkey, beautiful colour. It's worked really well on the rims. I don't know if you realised or saw when I was going around the rims, the colour kind of changed from almost a dark bronzy grey to a kind of like a bronzy gold. There is a fleck in this and I think in direct sunlight it will change colour again. Just a beautiful product and I loved it. It went on really well. I will say for the process guys, thin coats, thin coats, thin coats. The first 2 cans of this were thin coats and all 4 cans were continuously stored in warm water to keep the product fluid and you know, really free flowing. So I would say definitely do that if it's a little bit cooler. And yeah, thin coats guys, thin coats. It's so tempting to do thicker coats, but do thin coats guys, and then the next 2 cans you would have had enough. By the next 2 cans you would have had enough product on the item, whether it's wheels or whatever, to then go in a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, and your drying time doesn't have to be as longer. But still, just pay attention to it. It's a very thin product, but the results will definitely pay off. It was 9 coats in the end guys, 9 coats. So a lot of time, a lot of effort, but the result is well worth it, as you can see. What really helped guys, obviously in the kit you get this dip release for the tires. Made the cleanup so easy, so easy. And cleaning the rims with this pre-dip spray, yep, you got to have everything you need guys, and this is what you need. this is the full kit. So there you have it, guys. My rims on my Velocita N have been hyperdipped in Brass Monkey. Again, special thanks to Jason at dipoutlet.ca, and special thanks to Joel at Maple Ridge Hyundai for the loan of the tools and the advice and just being a good friend. Thank you, guys. If you're still with me after all of this, thank you for staying with me, and thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, as I always say, drive all of your automobiles in the very best of health. And until next time, take care.